All right, let's see what Maddie says. Maddie says, for my question, my serious relationship ended about a month ago. Let me see, Maddie. How old were you? I forgot. Um, Maddie, Maddie from Washington. Maddie. Ah, 23. Female, 23, Washington. Okay. Maddie says, oops. Maddie says, my serious relationship ended about a month ago. I'm struggling still. It wasn't a healthy relationship, but I'm plagued with thought of him all throughout my days. Why? Why? You're 23 years old. What business do you have to think that you should have a long-lasting relationship right now? It's time for you to learn about men, relationships, what about yourself. You hardly know yourself, and you expect yourself to know what kind of man you want. So that was a warm-up, as there will be the next few until you're probably age 26, 27. Then you kind of have an idea who you are, and then what you expect, what standards you want your man to have, and what you expect. Right now, I don't know anything about the guy. You didn't tell me how old he was, what he was doing, what was your relationship like, what kind of need you had with him, what was he providing, or what the roles were. I know none of that. So it's hard for me to make a educated guess on that sort of stuff. But depending on what kind of relationship you guys had, maybe it's not him that you're thinking. Maybe it is the order that you're missing, the way things were, how you had created an image of yourself by being in a relationship with a guy, and you felt a certain feeling, a certain echelon, or certain illusory image that you had created of yourself and wanted to continue that image because it made you feel good. A girl at that age who has a boyfriend, and therefore society sees her in different way, and you had maybe certain kind of a routine because of certain things you guys were doing together, which is mechanical processes, and through all those things that you guys were doing together, and certain things you were doing it by yourselves, but certain things you were doing it together, had created an order, the way things were, a routine, and your life was going around that routine. You were identifying your life with that routine. Now that the breakup has happened, that routine is broken as well. The order has broken because you're not doing the same things that you guys used to do together. That is what you are missing, not necessarily him. The order is constantly around your head, which in the order he was an actor, a big actor, the big part of it, which comes to mind as well. And when you think about the order, which he is part of it, all the emotional files that you have experienced together when things were lovey-dovey also is triggered and comes up when you're thinking about him. So then you're not really thinking that he's the right guy, but the emotional pleasures that the file is still exists in your memory and triggers up when you think about the order and him and all that will bring a certain pleasure, remind you of certain pleasure. And because a stage of desire has several stages, and those stages, prerequisites for desire for something or someone to take shape, is already in existence in your memory. So when you think of him or the order, with it the emotional files come, with it all these memories come, with it the prerequisites of desire to be born, which is already recorded in your memory, also comes along with these files, which makes you think that I desire. You think you're desiring him again, but really, because you think all these prerequisites for desiring him again is fresh and it's been met again. It hasn't. It's a recording of when you guys went through the prerequisites of desire to take place. And it's been recorded in your mind, and now you're remembering it. But when you're remembering it, you feel the same as you did then. You think it's now reproduced, and therefore you want to act on it, and then you think you desire the guy. This is how it works. Otherwise, you just said it wasn't a good relationship. So why is it that you still think about it? Because you think about the way, the image you had created of yourself in that relationship. You like that. The order that the things that were, the way the things were, you like that. The things that you were doing, some of the stuff at least you probably like that. And the emotional things that you remember, the lovey-doveys. And we are programmed to only remember the good stuff much more than the bad stuff. And therefore, the combination of all it make you think it's the guy that you're missing, and you're just haunted by it and all that. It's none of that. You already know that it's not the right guy. But the collective of the experiences and how you're triggered, the psyche comes to picture, and then you react to all that which was once good. For you is to, as soon as you remember him, focus on all the things that were not good with him. Focus with all the things that went wrong, where it's going wrong, and it was not palatable, and it was not good, and just as you said it, it was not a healthy relationship. Focus on the reasons that it was not healthy. Bring those files also from your memory in forefront of you while you're thinking about all the goody lovey-dovey things that comes with it, which makes you miss him. Also bring all the shittiest stuff that makes you see it clear and create balance, and then you say, okay, I don't want this. I don't want to go through that again. If you don't, then you'll always be enforcing. And then the more you think about it, the more the synaptic neurons create bridges with this kind of a neurotransmitters of these kind of memories to be created, and you're strengthening your ability to keep thinking about all the good things, and you're conditioning yourself to actually continuously think about it and strengthen this kind of a thinking to the point that you actually believe, oh yeah, he's the right guy, and and you miss him. Because the more you do of something, the more you're convinced, and the more you become stronger in thinking that rhythm. Like the more you play piano, the better you get at it. The less you play piano, the worse you get at it. Because just as the synaptic neurons create bridges for neurotransmitters and certain connections to take place, when you don't do it, the bridges will be marked by a protein which microglial cells goes and finds them and destroys them, and then you won't think of that thing as much as you did. Like if you don't play piano for a while, you're not as good as you used to be. Why? Because the synaptic neurons the brain recognize that you're not using these connections, and it goes and destroys it, because we need that to use it for some of the things you want to learn. So we'll destroy these connections between neurons, so you will not be such a good piano player, and then we can use it for some of the things that you want to learn. These are all in a nutshell, but it was supposed to be a 2-hour discussion, but I guess I gave it to you all for your comfort. I hope that will be helpful to you to know yourself a little bit better and to know why you feel that way. When you know why, there is power in knowledge. And that's what my whole plan is here with these live talks, to introduce you guys to yourselves. And you won't be so bamboozled easily by, I feel randy, I feel hondy, so therefore that must be the right girl or that must be the right guy. No, you will know why you feel that way. And then you will be okay with it, and you won't misinterpret how you're feeling. All right. And she said, what can I do to get him out of my head? He is wrong for me, I know, but my mind will not let him. Okay, correct. We discussed this. My mind thinks he's the best, because your mind is only thinking and is programmed to think about the good stuff. You keep bringing the bad stuff. When you think about the good stuff, then you'll say, holy shit, I don't want to have anything to do with this. And remember what I told you. It's not him, it's the order, it's the mechanical process, is the fact that, look, mind finds security in order. Mind is not like your fingers and your nose and your ears to have a place in the body. It finds its place of security in an order, a routine of some things. When you guys are together, the routine is there, the order is there, and the mind finds security and comfort and relaxation and contentment in that order. When you guys break up, the order breaks down, as we just talked about. When the order breaks down, it's like the home of the brain where it hangs his hat is broken. He doesn't have an order to find security in it. So the mind feels agitated, and is looking for something. Where can he find that order? In the memory. Because in the memory of the relationship, there is an order. So he goes in the memory to find the order, to find security in that order. And when it constantly is seeking for that security, which finds in the order, which is in the memory, you kind of get used to that security for the brain, for the mind. Therefore, you continue thinking about him in order to bring that security for your mind. And you're conditioned to want that. So because of that, you constantly think about it. If you realize that it is now for you to create new mechanical processes for yourself, new things you should be doing single, and then create a new order based on your own personal life, then the mind will now see there is an order, finds the security in this new order, and will let go thinking about the other relationship, the other order, because it now has a place to find its security, the new order that you created for it. These are all gold, guys. Don't forget it. The only thing I expect from you is to promote the channel. Let everyone know what we talk about here, how helpful these channels is to get you guys to know about your own psyche and help you guys to get out of the rut that you're sitting in, and you think you have no chance to get out, you have no say in this, this is the way you feel, this is the way how you should feel. No, you're the boss of it if you know how this thing works. And that's my hope, to have delivered this, at least some of it tonight. Now, the ones who want to talk about these things more, don't forget, we have over 1,500 videos on this channel. You can just type in what you feel, and there's bound to be a video or 2 or 10 on that subject. And if you want to talk to me on one-on-one, explore a special circumstance for you guys, go on my site, mind@6truth.com, and click on Talk to Mehran via Skype, make an appointment, and of course, as you know, for the time being, for half an hour appointment, I'll give you an hour. For an hour appointment, I'll give you 2 hours. That gives us plenty of time to start you on the right track and get you to move on and look for bigger and better things. And of course, you can also email me through the site, and there's a fee involved in the email, but it's very nominal. However, that's the way I know who I should respond or who should get the priorities. Otherwise, there's so many emails, I don't know which one to respond on. And if I want to respond to everything, well, it's not logical. So when you send your questions through the email, then of course I will write, respond, or record an answer and email the recording back to you. And again, there is a special program on the site which is called the Ultimate Breakup Cure, which starts you up with 82 different selected videos, star videos of the 1,500, and I add new star videos as soon as I find them into that playlist, and you only pay one time, and you will have that for 1 year, and you will enjoy perks of half price for a Skype consultation and other perks such as the mindset, the PDF file that comes to you, and other things that is in that package. You should take a look at it and figure it out and enjoy the support that is available to you. And of course, you can also reach me for short calls on something called Callmart. Callmart is a company out of Tokyo that connects people who have questions to people who have answers. And so you can go on Callmart, look for Mind That Seeks Truth, and if you see a green light, that means I'm available. I don't have an appointment or anything. You can click it and it will contact me immediately. It's for the fast things that you can't wait to make an appointment on Skype with me, and some urgent stuff that you want to talk about right away and get it off your chest. So, having said that, I hope this was helpful to you. Maddie, yes, I think I address that all. If anything more, Maddie, just make an appointment with me and we'll explore it and get you out of that together. And Maddie says, I know I'm young, but I've never been in love like I was with him. No, nonsense. You weren't in love. How can you be in love? In love is connecting on consciousness level. You're 23 years old and you have certain understanding of what relationship is, and that you think is love. Love comes years after, by interacting on consciousness level, bonding on consciousness level, seeing each other, how you interact and handle and deal and manage life and situations in life, negotiate life, interact with people, societies, and you're witnessing to all that. You go through all those things, share lots of life building and all that. Then you begin to see, okay, now seems like we are bonding and we are unselfish and we are caring about each other in a different, then that's love. But until then, the rest of them are just puppy love. Seems like love, but it's mostly images that you're appreciating to see yourself in that image, and lust as well, and companionship, and the need to be in a relationship at this age and all that. It's not necessarily love, and don't put that label on it, because there's a lot more to it than that. And no, there is no such thing subconsciously obsessed. Most of the reasons I just told you. So when I upload it again, watch it again, you will see why you feel that way. And if you watch one of my videos called What is Desire, or something to do with desire and how to stop it. What is desire and how to stop it? That will tell you why you desire him, because all the prerequisites, steps that it takes for desire to be born is already in your memory, and it is triggered, and you think it's created again and it's met again. Its prerequisites are was born again, was created again, and then you feel you desire the guy. So go into that video and then you will figure what desire is. Yeah. All that, Maddie, is not passionate nonsense. It was just sex. What passionate? Yeah, the guy was good looking, okay. But you can't have a relationship with good looks. Relationship is the consciousness. And you can see that you just said it yourself, that was unhealthy and not a good. So that means regardless of how the guy looked like, he wasn't the matching character, and his consciousness was not compatible with you, and that's why relationship wasn't healthy. Simple. So stop that passionate. What passionate? Age 23. I'm not putting you down. I'm just trying to make you understand there's a lot more life ahead of you and a lot more development, that knowledge will come to you. And when you are in 2 years from now, you look back, or 3 years from now, you look back and say, what the silly thing was it that I thought that was actually a passionate relationship, which was all physical. Once you really find yourself and become older and more experienced and so on, and your expectation standards changes for your mate, for your candidate, for your partner, and then you will begin to search for the right guy. These are just warm-up games. Don't treat them like if they are it. You're gonna see what I'm saying in a short while. Once you move on, and you will have other experiences. All right. Now, no, you will not. These are all immediate feelings that you have and fears. You got to look at the videos I have on these topics, how to move on, and the role of fear and why you don't move on. Look at the table of contents of all these the topics that I have. Look at the topics of the videos that I have. You will see which one you want to watch. Now, let's don't make this a one-on-one. For one-on-one, you go on my site and make an appointment on Skype, and we will chat and discuss it further in more detail.